with me, I told him set the play up. If you see me in the coochie, man, then put your bait up. If you see me in the coochie, man, then put your... Oh, shit. Think this little bitch tryna fuck? Oh, shit. I just got in with my gun. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Y'all uniforms suck.
Hell no.
Hell no.
They don't look better than ours.
Y'all damn near got the best you can.
I know. I know.
Hey, I mean, I guess you have a.
Nah, I'm playing. Y'all best ones is the battle red. I like them hoes.
Nah, y'all uniform straight, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all be losing in style.
We had 11. Wait, hold on. We had more wins than y'all.
Hey, y'all losing dramatic fashion.
Y'all lost to us.
Y'all on deck.
Hey man, welcome back to another episode of Check the Set podcast in the building, man. I'm the host T Cal. Here to the left, I got my co-host Sam, man. Here to the right, man, we got professional. Do I even have to say it, man?
Top.
We got Muffin Top Big Burst in the building. Muffin Top Burst in the building, man.
Triple damn.
Damn.
First off, man, how y'all day been, man? I know Verse, you done had you a very eventful day. As you can see, that's a hard man at work right there.
Hey, man. You ain't had the type of day I had until you've been driving in the rain.
In the rain, standing in the rain.
Shouting in the rain. Starting a car with the jumper cables.
Fuck.
Beer spilled on my damn pants.
Damn, you drink beer?
Oh, nah.
Damn. Why not?
It ain't for me.
No, I'm playing, bro.
Don't believe the hype. But, hey, man, NBA Finals has finally concluded. The OKC Thunder are the champs.
My bad.
You know, America is all disappointed right now. But congrats to Shea, congrats to the OKC Thunder, of course. Obviously, we're going into free agency. I mean, as we can see, trades are picking up extremely fast. So without further ado, Big Jesse, let's get into it. Of course, and shout out Big Jess. I don't think I mentioned him, but shout out Big Jess behind the camera, Corey.
This ain't possible without him, man. Real shit.
The man with the plan.
So I know you're talking about the off season, but before we get into that, let's talk about the end of the season here. The Oklahoma City Thunder just won the NBA championship, and SGA got Finals MVP. Do you think that SGA is officially the greatest Thunder of all time? To decide who's going first, what year was SGA drafted?
2019?
2017.
Or 2018?
2018, Omari going first.
Does this make him the greatest Thunder of all time? Oh, man. That's so hard because we done had guys like KD and Russ come through and Harden. But I say yes. I say yes. It makes him the greatest Thunder of all time just because he was able to bring that chip. He was able to, you know what I'm saying, get the job done. And I respect that, you know what I'm saying. We had talents like KD, Harden, Russ. I mean, we done had hella talent come through OKC, man. But like, that team got it done. This team got it done that just won it. So it's like, I gotta say yes. He is. I ain't gonna lie until somebody shows me otherwise.
So, I mean, that's the disrespect. I mean, damn.
I want to say KD,
but I'm a KD fan, and we got to disrespect like now.
SGA has won one title, and KD gave them 9 elite years.
That is true.
But at the same time, like, it comes down to chips.
Sadly. KD that's still my dog, bro.
I mean, if that's the case, that means we're going to think a lot. Like, is Scottie Pippen a better player than James Harden?
We talking about franchise players.
No, but I'm just asking that question in historic standpoint.
It depends on what you're looking at.
I'm looking at
Scottie in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah, he is.
I mean, so you don't think James Harden gonna make it to the Hall of Fame?
He will. He most definitely will.
I think Kevin Durant. I mean, he gave them 8 years of great basketball. Obviously, he didn't get the job done on court, but look what SGA. I look at Pavs. I feel like Kevin Durant. He had to go up against the Miami Heat Big Three.
That is true, most definitely.
I mean, he was young. It was him, Harden, and Russ at age 22, 23, 24.
Yeah,
I mean, we got to kind of put stuff into context. Now, Shea did go with an extremely young team. Of course, I can sit there and say that. But did they face anybody remotely close to LeBron James, Miami
no.
Heat version, Dwayne Wade? You know, he was on his diet.
I mean, you can make an argument.
And Chris Bosh?
You can make an argument for, I guess, Jokic because he's the best in the world. I guess he's the best.
But the supporting cast wasn't necessarily there.
That's true, yeah. But there's no such thing as like a big three anymore, sadly.
But I'm talking about back in the day.
Nah, he ain't. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. He ain't faced like that type of talent.
And then KD made it to the final. He averaged 30.6 per game, just like Shea.
Yeah.
He averaged 27.4 points, 7 rebounds in 8 years for the Thunder. I'm in 9, including the Supersonics.
Yeah.
I just think, me personally, I think that championship does put Shea number 2. I think he surpasses Russell Westbrook, in my opinion, because, I mean, 3 times first team All-NBA, consecutive seasons, runner-up for the MVP last year, was the MVP this year.
Yeah.
Made it. I mean, he statistically probably had one of the best seasons of all time from a player.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I don't want to take nothing away from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Like, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's great.
Yeah.
But Kevin Durant, like, I feel like he didn't win the championship. He didn't complete the goal. Yeah. So that's kind of like, that's the biggest argument of why you can elevate Shai. Yeah. But for us value OKC fans, those years that y'all had to go through, and we watched KD grow and grow and grow into the player that he was, and give that team life, give that city hope before he ended up ripping it and going to Golden State, of course.
Yeah. I think that's probably what probably hurts KD's case, is because while he did give him elite years for a long period of time, I mean, he did rip their hearts out.
For sure.
For what it's worth, I mean, OKC is a lovable franchise to the likes of when they have their homegrown stars. We've seen how they treated KD. We've seen how they treated Russ. We've seen how they treated Harden. Like, they love their guys. Mm-hmm. And truth be told, they have to embrace SGA as this new face of their franchise. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, not only did SGA do what everybody else hasn't done that was been a part of the OKC Thunder, they're in a position where they essentially got a new level of life and hope. I mean, SGA was there on the years where they ended up going to the playoffs in the bubble along the coattails of with Chris Paul. They had a poor season where he ended up making all NBA first team. Then the next season, he ended up graduating to a top 2 finish in the MVP voting. This year, he won MVP, had a higher scoring average than KD. He was more impactful in terms of winning than Westbrook, and he wasn't necessarily an ancillary piece just like James Harden. So in terms of what is capable for this franchise and what he's able to do for OKC, I kind of have to give SGA the nod just off of the simple fact that he took them to heights that the other 3 ultimately were unable to reach.
And we wanted them to do it so bad. And it's like we made it, but it's like, God damn. Like,
but like, let's look at it like...
And I'm not taking anything away from KD, Russ, or Harden. I love them. KD made me a Thunder fan. He's my favorite player, but it's like...
That sounded like it.
It's like, no. I will always, what? I'm ecstatic that he's in the city now, but yeah, I will always like respect them. But it's like, Shai was able to do what they couldn't, you know what I'm saying? I know that the competition was way better back then than it is now. But it's like.
What team was the San Antonio Spurs? What team was the Los Angeles Clippers that Shai had to go up against to get to where he was, basically where he got to, which was the final? I kind of look at the journey in a sense. And it's like, obviously Shai can only control what he can control, which is win the series, play the next opponent.
That's true.
But the gauntlet of teams that KD had to go up against in his 9-year career in OKC before he ended up going to Golden State were brutal.
He went against
the Curry Clay Warriors when they originally started. Yeah. He had to go up against
the Mavs. The Mavs, I believe.
I mean, the Mavs, of course. Yeah, Mavs. They had to go up against Kobe's. He had to go up against Lob Cities. He went up against Grindhouse, Memphis Grizzlies. These ain't no punks. Like, Kevin Durant went through the gauntlet, and obviously, like, Shai did what he had to do. He took care of business. He beat Denver. He beat Minnesota. He beat Indiana, and who was the last? In Memphis. Like, those are all decent teams.
They are pretty
solid teams. Kevin Durant going up against all-time historical teams. I mean, the San Antonio Spurs was historic, and we're not going to sit there and lie and try to downplay it. We all know how great Tim Duncan was. We all know how great Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Boris Diaw. I mean, Kawhi Leonard, and then, he's still doing it to this day.
Great Popovich.
But the list goes on and on. I mean, competition matters. He had to go up against the big three Miami Heat in the prime of LeBron James. Like, forget this 41-year-old LeBron James. Imagine 6 Miami Heat headband.
20. He was what? 20.
He was a freak of nature. That's what he was. Best player in the league.
I
and a
seen
freak
him
of
play
nature.
against the Mavs. I seen him play against the Mavs when he was with the Heat. That was scary.
So do you think KD would have ever won a ring if he didn't leave OKC?
Yes, I
believe so. Yeah, if he would have thugged it out, pulled like a Dirk, he for sure would have got one. Dirk got one. You know what I'm saying?
Competition got way, way harder since then. And I don't want to take nothing away from Shea, but KD had to go through the gauntlet to get to where he
I think the only problem with that is like we focusing on the journey. And there's nothing wrong with the journey, but nobody really gives a damn about the journey. No disrespect.
Until you complete the house.
Exactly. Like you got to get to the destination. If I go through hell to get from point A to point B, then that's worth a damn. But if I go through hell and I never get from point A to point B, then at the end of the point, what was the point of having that journey? Like everybody has the same goal, and if that goal isn't reached, then you're on to the next journey, on to the next season, on to the next opportunity. And if you don't end up taking advantage of that opportunity, then it's always going to be lost forever in NBA history unless you're one of the elites.
So I'll leave out a couple of details, but the main part of the trade is CJ McCollum and Jordan Poole are basically swapping teams. What do we think about this trade here? To decide who's going first, can you tell me every team that Jordan Poole has been on?
Warriors, Wizards. Santa Cruz, Warriors. I mean, like, ain't nothing else.
What about the team you just got traded to?
Pelicans.
All right, Tyler, go first.
Nothing. Truthfully, nothing. Jordan Poole doesn't move the needle for me at all. CJ McConnell. I mean, I guess he can go on that team and elevate them rookies and Alex Sarr and I mean they got Chris Middleton and they got what's her name, Marcus Smart. Like they got enough vets. I mean, you're bringing in another one. I mean, I don't know what Washington doing in the Pelicans. They have no direction. I mean, DeJounte Murray, he went out early and we all forgot about him, but he's currently still on the Pelicans. You got Herb Jones, you got Trey Murphy, you got Zion. I mean, that team doesn't really have it's a bad bunch of players, and I feel like it's a lot of value if you can get off of them and kind of start your rebuild now. Yeah. And I'm like, if you want to let Jordan Poole be a piece of that rebuild, that's cool, but you can't I'm sorry, Jordan Poole isn't changing life in New Orleans. Like they're nowhere near top 8 or top 10 teams in the West with that move. Yeah. So I feel like that move did nothing for the Pelicans and for sure did nothing for the Wizards.
You don't think CJ McCollum brings any leadership to the Wizards?
You can bring as much leadership to you want to the Wizards, but when the culture is that bad and the team is that inept financially and up in the front office, then what the hell is the point?
Yeah, I'm like, shoot, if CJ McConnell has some culture, shoot, what is he doing in New Orleans? Shoot, he's supposed to be the leader in New Orleans and shoot, they had no culture. So I'm like, he ain't no. I mean, shoot, that's why they got Marcus Smart. He came in there to be the culture.
Do you think Zion and Jordan Poole are any type of a winning recipe?
No. Jordan Poole is a 6-man. Jordan Poole is Jalen Green with less athleticism.
They could potentially win the lottery.
Who?
The Pelicans.
Oh yeah, but that ain't for sure. They ain't no competitive. They are not gonna be competitive whatsoever in the West. Jordan Poole, Zion, Trey Murphy, Herb. No. Yeah. That's a bad bunch. I don't like that.
So who would you rather build a team around? CJ or Jordan Poole?
Neither one. If I had to choose, that would be Jordan Poole. But
I'd rather build a team around myself.
Damn. I ain't really moved by that trade, honestly. It's like
you love it.
It's like I'm kinda like, well, okay, well, that's nice. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I looked at it on my phone, I was like, swipe. That's cool and shit. Like, you know what I mean? So good for them though, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
Good for them.
Hopefully Jordan Poole can, you know what I'm saying? Should do a little something out there in New Orleans.
Jordan Poole is a player that should have went to like a win now situation where he could have been like a 6-7 man off the bench. Yeah, that's more of his impact. I think Washington, they tried everything in their power to let him rock out and be that guy. That Golden State he could have potentially been in Golden State, but unfortunately it just didn't work out like that. A lot of guys are meant to be 1 options or 2 options, and that's okay. And Jordan Poole had to go through his time where he had to go through a situation where he was that lead dog. He had to lead teams to wins or losses. And unfortunately, he led Washington to a bunch of losses.
I think also, too, like, we got to kind of look at Washington from the standpoint of the same way we look at, like, the New York Jets or something like that. Like, those teams are just terribly ran. Like, they don't put a lot of players in positions to have success, which is why a lot of teams, if they want to get a salary cap dump off, the first team they're looking towards is the bad ones. The bad ones like Washington Wizards. Like, Jordan Poole's contract was not necessarily looked at highly favorable until the Warriors used that contract to flip for Chris Paul, who at the time seemed like it was going to be a great move for Golden State. Like, that's just what it is. Washington is such a badly ran organization that, like, players essentially go to basically fuck around.
They just going out there to hoop. That's AAU.
Like, they was letting Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook rock out to the 8 seed. Like, and that's the best they've done in years.
I mean, they drafted Alex Sarr, so they hoping that he's the answer. But, I mean, so far, I don't have no hope in either team. I think that team didn't really move the needle for either team.
The Pelicans, on some real shit, they could potentially be a play-in team. But as far as competing for a title, hell no.
Not anytime soon.
Pause. Are you subscribed to Check the Stat Podcast, man? While we on this pause, you make sure you go on that YouTube link and you subscribe to Check the Stat Podcast, or you gonna make my boy Omari sad, man.
I'm gonna do something crazy.
All right, so for our next topic here, we have a 3-team trade that sends Kristaps Porzingis and a second-round pick to the Hawks. Do we think that Porzingis can make the Hawks any more relevant in the East? To decide who's going first, how many first-round picks do the Nets have in the first round?
5.
Damn.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Will we on a shoot or what?
Yes.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Ball.
Oh, shit.
Kristaps Porzingis, he doesn't change the needle for me at all whatsoever. I mean, as we seen, I mean, he's just the same old injury-prone Kristaps Porzingis that we known all the way back from his New York days. I mean, unreliable. I mean, he's kind of just the average stretch 4 in the league. No type of physicality whatsoever. I mean, the only reason why the Celtics got as much out of him as they did is really because they didn't rely on him heavily. So he's playing around 28 minutes a night. Mm-hmm. In those 28 minutes, he can be extremely effective. But if you bring him in for, hey, we might need 35, 37 minutes, like, his body is very fragile. So it's that wear and tear, he's not used to that. He can't handle that. And it's shown from his 10 to 12 years he had in the league so far, he has not been reliable as far as being healthy. I mean, he's extremely talented, but he's never on the court. So I think for the Hawks, I mean, shoot, okay, like, you got Jalen Johnson, you got Kristaps Porzingis, you still got Capella that I know they're probably realistically going to have to move off of with this Porzingis move, but it doesn't move the needle for me at all. I feel like the Hawks are sucking quicksand, and they're not going anywhere. I mean, a Trae Young Porzingis team stinks, like, personally. Like, I don't think that's going anywhere. It's disgusting, make my stomach hurt.
I don't think it moves the needle, but I do think it is particularly interesting. I mean, for all Trae Young's career in Atlanta, he's had a rim running big. I would love to see what he looks like with a big who could potentially play the 4 or the 5, whose main threat on the offensive side of the ball is the long ball. Mm-hmm. That would be very, very interesting. I'm not saying that they'll be title contenders, but hey, maybe they could get out of play-in purgatory. Mm-hmm. Maybe they could actually guarantee a playoff spot for once, as opposed to finding out as the 9th or the 10th seed. You know, like, that's, for what it's worth, Atlanta, when they have the things rolling for them, they can potentially go into positions where they can make some level of noise in the Eastern Conference. Yeah. That ain't saying much, but, I mean, hey, if they get on a hot streak, they could potentially fight for a first-round home game, like home court series. I just think that with that team right there, it's just, it all depends on Porzingis' health. If he's not healthy, it just defeats the purpose of the whole move, and that's a very big if.
When is he ever healthy, bro?
I'm not really too moved by that move either. It's decent. I mean, you got a stretch forward, you know what I'm saying, that can shoot and everything like that, but I don't know. I'm not really too
Do you think the
moved by it, bro.
Hawks are better will be the better this season? because of this trade?
I think it makes him potentially better.
It gives him like a little bit of, you know what I'm saying?
Instead of barely
A little
being,
upside on scoring.
Yeah, instead of barely being under 500, they could probably be a little bit over 500. But
The way the Hawks get better is they trade Trae Young, truthfully.
Damn.
Because you're going nowhere. You need a different identity, and Trae Young isn't it. Like, obviously, he had his year when he went to Eastern Conference Final. He hit them shots. I mean, we had a Ben Simmons breakdown in the semis. But outside of that, I mean, Trae Young, you can't build a team around that. He's not a one option. He's a two option.
Yeah.
And really, I don't really know him to be in a good two. I would think realistically, this might be a little far stretch, but I think he's a great three option.
Yeah.
Trae Young, I mean, just offensively, he's very inconsistent. And I don't want to just turn it into no Trae Young segment or whatever, because I know we're talking about Kristaps Porzingis, but if you're bringing Kristaps Porzingis to help out Trae Young, I feel like I mean, have we not seen this movie before? When they had DeAndre Hunter, they had Cam Reddish, they had so many damn guys. Bodine, they had galore. They had a galore guys, and he still couldn't get the job done. So now you're bringing that washed talent, and you thinking that's going to flip the script for the Hawks with Trae Young leading your squad?
I think with Cam Reddish, that was essentially a flop to begin with because, no disrespect, but his career hasn't necessarily turned out the greatest in the world.
I mean, he had no time to develop. Like, let's be serious. Like, he got injured originally when he got there, and then you actually come to a team that's really, like, ready to take that next step in a sense. And then you have guys that's DeAndre Hunters, you have your Bodons, you have all these guys in front of you that are impact now players that's played throughout that season. So with him, he kind of trying to just, fit in where he can get in. Mm-hmm. On top of that, he's still getting a feel for the NBA game. So I feel like with him, he just kind of got rushed into that process, and he didn't really get a fair chance. And obviously, the NBA isn't about fair. You're a pro. You go out there and you do your job. But, I mean, we got to, have a little humanity and be honest. Like, Cam Reddish didn't have – he didn't have a number 5 or I don't know what draft pick he was, but he was around that top 5 to 7 range. Yeah. He didn't have a 5 to 7 draft pick selection wait time. Yeah. He kind of came in a situation where it was like, we got to win now. If you don't fit that timeline, we're going to trade you because your upside could be so high where we can get pieces to build around our championship core that we think that was Trae Young and Capella and John Collins. I forgot about him. John Collins too.
But even with that being said, though, like we seen, you mentioned the run that Trae Young had to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. When the ball is rolling for Atlanta, they could take advantage of some situations. That was essentially what feels like a lifetime ago. But at the same time, we've seen Trae Young in these moments of the playoffs where he doesn't necessarily fold. We've seen him in these moments where he's essentially one of the best playmakers in the NBA. We've seen him in these moments where he's one of the most lethal shooters in the NBA. Like, if you're in a position where you could properly build around him, I'm not saying he could take you to the promised land, but look at the landscape of the East. You telling me Atlanta has no shot
open season
making, at the very least, some level of noise?
Absolutely not. I mean, I'm telling you straight up, no. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it or nothing. Trae Young cannot lead your team to the promised land. I don't care if you're in the East, the West, the SYBA. I don't care where you at. You can be in high school for all I care. You're not going to make any noise with Trae Young as your leader on your team, period.
Damn.
So, as we talked about a little bit earlier, the Brooklyn Nets have 5 first-round picks. What do you guys think that they're going to do with those picks?
Me personally, it's a lot of movement going on early within this off-season starting. But big name to watch out for, man. Devin Booker in Phoenix. Mm. Yeah. They're looking to rebuild that team. You just got Jalen Green in the Kevin Durant trade. Now you have 5 first-round picks. Now, I'm sorry. Devin Booker is, he's all world. He's an A-level star. Mm-hmm. But Devin Booker, 5 first-round. Now, I'm not even going to say 5 because I don't think Devin Booker is worth 5 first-round picks in this year's draft. But you can't tell me 3 first-round picks, a couple young guys, and then, mind you, 3 first-round picks in this draft, plus 2 of their young stars on their team. Shoot, Would you throw a Cam Thomas in there to send him over there to Phoenix?
Oh,
Nah, why would they throw in Cam Thomas?
If I'm Brooklyn,
That's
my only guy.
But if I'm getting Devin Booker, he's
Devin Booker
essentially
can't replace
replacing what Cam Thomas is doing and elevating that.
But you're just putting Devin Booker in the same similar situation as Phoenix. Like,
No, because the Nets have all that salary cap to go out there and get stars. And on top of that, what better recruiting pitch to get stars than already having one in Devin Booker?
I think that makes sense to a certain extent, but it's like, it's kind of hard for me to realistically see that. Like, you throwing in Cam Thomas, then Cam Thomas is going to be in the same situation as what Jalen Green is. Just like all these damn guards, all these damn twos.
I mean, but you act like they can't just get off of people. Like, that's nothing. Like, Cam Thomas has value. So if they have Jalen Green, they want to invest into Jalen Green development and him being the key player around their team.
Yeah.
What better way than to get draft picks in this year's draft that's going to help basically rebuild our team? Now you got a guy out there, Duke, that's a 7'2" rebounding paint beast, and I don't even know how to say his name. That's why I don't want to mess up. But he's from Duke. But
I know you're talking about.
But it's a couple of guys in this draft that can be impact players and win now.
Knuckle?
Yeah, no. That's a white boy. It's another one.
The dark skin.
Yeah, his last name starts with an M.
let me see.
But I know. But I think the thing with Phoenix is like in every trade they got no leverage. Like, they had a disgruntled star in KD, and you seen that we essentially, even with me not being the happiest. Yeah.
Malua?
But even with me not being the happiest in the KD trade, I will say that we won the trade because we finessed the hell out of them. So, like, every team that's going to walk into talks with Phoenix, they're probably going to not even look to give up as many picks as you probably would want. That's just ancillary and additional, like cherry on the
NBA draft is tomorrow. So, like,
exactly. Thank you.
I know, but do you feel like they're going to have that much? Like, the Nets is going to move for sure. Like, they're going to look to get additional pieces to make anything work. But do you think that Phoenix is going to get to that point too? To where they're going to try to be this down bad and they're trying to keep Devin Booker at all
they
costs.
really want to keep Devin Booker, bro.
Devin Booker, even in his situation that he's in,
there,
he has shown no indication of wanting to leave at this moment in time.
And then they paying him. They
doing it.
They living good out there.
He in the same situation basically as Giannis. They will hand strap that man in a cell to make sure he doesn't leave the city.
But you gotta make it seem like we gotta realize it though. Where are you going if you're Phoenix? Because you're not going to be competitive if you don't make a move.
That's true, yeah.
You can have Devin Booker all day and all night. You can have him. Mm-hmm. But what else can you build around? They're already in salary cap hell with all of their former contracts that they either A, they're cutting coaches, or B, they're still owing former players.
And current players with Bradley Beal's his player option too?
Yes, he has a player option.
He's taking man.
Phoenix, do you just take your L, lose this season, and hopefully get a lottery pick?
They're gonna lose multiple seasons.
Most definitely.
They're gonna lose.
But like if you get a guy Jalen Green and you have a guy in Devin Booker that he's a hot commodity on the market, you can rebuild you can really rejuvenize your franchise this coming up season, and that's not necessarily mean you're making the playoffs or anything of that nature. But it's an identity. It's a direction that, because what they have going on right now, we don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Bradley Beal. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff going on where you're just like, are we trying to win or are we trying to build? And I feel like if you're getting off Devin Booker, you're trying to rebuild, and that's okay. Every team can be competitive every single year. Some teams going into the season, they're like, okay, we just want to see development. We want to see growth to get to the places that we know that we can get to, so we can end up like an Oklahoma City, so we can end up like a Houston Rockets, so we can end up like some of these teams that they took their time, and it hurt at the moment. Like losing James Harden hurt. Losing Russell Westbrook for the Thunder hurt.
Losing KD hurt.
We're not talking about that. Because KD, although they lost KD, they were still competitive with Russell Westbrook. But once they lost Russell Westbrook, they weren't competitive
losing
for a couple seasons.
For OKC.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You have to go through your lumps in order to end up better on the other side. And as great as we think Devin Booker is, the rebuild could be so much better. You rejuvenated some of those pieces for a big asset that you're losing in Devin Booker, giving them to Brooklyn, because Brooklyn, obviously, they have all those picks. They have all that money to build a decent team around Devin Booker.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that makes the most sense in my eyes. Devin Booker to Brooklyn, give the Suns the draft capital that they're in desperate need of, and let them start over. Let them rebuild. You have a 23-year-old star in Jalen Green. Start building pieces around that, and
I
it's
thought
a
they was
couple.
looking to reroute Jalen Green to somewhere else though.
I think they have reports of like some want them to keep him, some want them to make a move.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's mixed.
damn.
It's
Okay.
mixed.
I'm gonna say because like I didn't seen like reports on that and everything like that. So
Would you say that? You were finna say something?
you good?
Would you say that Kevin Durant kind of paved the way for making it okay for players to say like, "Hey, I'm gonna be selfish. I'm gonna go on a team where it's a better fit for me to go win a championship"? Or do you think like most players really kind of value that I want to stay where I got drafted kind of mindset?
You got to credit LeBron to that though.
The ring chasing mentality.
Yeah.
And ends up making a lot of superstars switch scenarios in order to get a ring so they can change the narrative of their name. I think that's really just the biggest thing. And Kevin Durant, he just fell into that
Ring culture.
yeah, he fell
Ring
into
chasing.
it.
Yeah.
He was probably the biggest.
But he wasn't the one that started it, but he was the biggest name that's associated with that movement.
At the end of the day, it's player empowerment. Like every player is going to be in a position where they want to control their own destiny.
Yeah.
What better way to do that than by choosing where you want to play your game at?
And shout out to Kevin Durant because he, from talks, it said that he really controlled the trade narrative and how he got to Houston, because originally they said that they could have obviously offered a kitchen sink for him, but he ended up declining some of those trades. So the trade offer came down significantly lower to the point where we got KD for pennies on the dollar.
And he's looking to not take the supermax.
So shout out to KD. That was huge.
He
That
just
was
want to
huge.
hoop, bro. He just want to
Nah, he was looking out for us.
Oh, yeah.
He was looking out for
true.
us, so he still had that competitive roster. So where we go into next season, not gonna be like, oh damn, like I'm back in Phoenix again. They done gave up the farm for me.
Yeah.
Now we only gave up Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the 10th overall pick, and 5 bags of chips. Like we're okay.
Hey, quick question. This is off topic, but I want to ask all three of y'all. How many teams retired KD jersey?
Probably OKC.
Probably OKC,
Probably
Golden
OKC.
State. OKC, Golden State. That's it.
Yeah, that's about it, bro. I mean, he did what he had to do in Brooklyn, but just two teams. I feel like
I'm not even 100% confident in Golden State.
He won
Me
2
either.
championships, 2
I ain't
finals
gonna lie,
MVP.
he got to.
He's retired.
I mean,
I ain't gonna lie, then
LeBron
again,
shit-
the
LeBron
fans,
shouldn't
the
even
fans,
retire
they do
in
not like
Miami.
KD no more.
Oh, but they're not gonna retire right now. You know, retire when you're done.
Yeah,
Shit, nah. I mean, shit, they gonna retire when he done, but shit, Pat don't fuck with LeBron at all.
But he gonna get retired. That's for sure. 2 rings. You're gonna get retired, brother.
Damn.
LeBron's getting retired.
100%.
Probably all 3 teams.
Bro, get retired for any team he touched.
I don't know. LA got a tax.
LA.
He's a 100%.
They love Bron out there. They love
LA
Bron out there.
LA got a tax, man. You know they got high
LA, Cleveland, and Miami. His shit's going
Cleveland for
to
sure. Miami, they just got to wait till Pat get rid of his, his powers. But LA, I feel like as realistic as it seems, like they got a high standard out there.
He won a championship. What's higher than that?
championship.
He literally broke the all-time scoring record in NBA history in a Laker uniform.
Maybe I'm just looking at it in comparison to him getting the same level of treatment as like a Shaq or a Kobe or a Wilt or a Jabbar or anything like that.
LeBron won a championship at every stop. There's no comparison. Shaq should go to every team and win. LeBron, he's still been at top levels on every team he been on.
That's true.
That's true.
Damn. So back to that D Book talk. So like, you really feel like the Nets should go get him, go get D Book?
I think, yes. I think the Nets are in the prime position to get a superstar for sure. And if it's not him, maybe a Giannis. But I don't feel like they'll trade within conference, Eastern Conference.
It makes sense for Brooklyn, but like for Phoenix, I just don't see them playing ball.
Like
for
for me, it makes sense for Brooklyn and it makes sense for Phoenix.
It does.
But
It's not
for
a lot.
Devin Booker, I feel like he would prefer the scenario where the Suns get better and he stays in Phoenix. I don't think he really wants to leave. I feel like he's open to it, but he didn't really want to.
He doesn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was watching like Jeff Teague earlier. They was like, that boy D Book keep out and not going nowhere, man. Like,
Yeah, he don't
That's
want
it.
to.
You can say that.
You can say that, but like, ain't no telling what can happen. But like, they out there, D-Book, you can have that, bro.
But I'm pretty sure with this,
saying?
with it being this damn close to the draft, like you probably would hear some rumblings.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because we
some shit
done
going
seen
to
a lot of trades. I mean, we can see a lot of trades that done happen where we just like, what the hell? Like, nobody seen that Drew Holiday to back to Portland again.
Like
Like,
that's crazy. I ain't
Like-
gonna lie.
That is crazy.
Like, we just got to think about it. Like, why wouldn't Devin Booker want to go to the East? Like, the East is soft as hell right now. Like, it's up for grabs, and you can low key build you a mid team out there. But
make
mid
it
in the
fun.
Eastern Conference is really great because the Eastern Conference is so wounded right now. So he can realistically, this is like his best chance to low key a chip or being somewhat competitive. So I'm like, hey,
Especially as a 1. If he's going to be it as a 2, he's got to stay in West.
yeah, for sure. But as a 1, I think the East is wide open. And what better way of
Ain't nobody touching D-Book.
yeah, establishing your name in all time historic books than hey joining the Nets in the Eastern Conference with all that money and the GM that's ready to win right now.
Yeah.
You seen what they did with the Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Joe Harris, James Harden. I mean, shoot, they did everything in their power to win with that team. And when it didn't work out, he ended up rejuvenating his team by getting those assets. Mikal Bridges, Mikal Bridges really gave him, 5-10 more years of being the GM for what they got for him. They got a haul.
Yeah,
for
Joe Tsai saved his ass with that one.
And then you still got a guy like Cam Johnson. You still got like Nick Claxton. You got. I mean, you have
some talent on there.
Yeah, you have talent over there in Brooklyn where it's not like, oh, you trading Devin Booker in the middle of nowhere. Like, he's gonna be on a solid team. They just really need a guy to make that team go. And Devin Booker is the perfect guy, and they're the perfect organized team with the money available to support Devin Booker and bringing in pieces for them to be able to win right now.
That'll be good for D-Book. He in a big city too, so that'll be nice for him. That's like a hot market team, so that'd be nice.
We'll see.
On to the next topic though, man. With the addition of
Sorry. Like, pull your shorts down.
oh yeah, that nigga looked naked in the last video. Like, nigga in the last video. I say, where the fuck is your shorts at, nigga? Hey, nigga.
So on to our next topic. What 3 best trade destinations would you have for Jaylen Brown? To decide who's going first, could you tell me what college he attended?
Cal.
Which one?
Barkley.
Berkeley. It's Berkeley. Cal Berkeley.
Yeah, I like shoes, yeah.
I'll give it to you, Tyler.
Cal Barkley.
Berkeley. But realistically,
Cal
top
Barkley.
3 team, I can see Jaylen Brown going to realistically and making a humongous impact on. I'm sorry, man. Sacramento Kings need something. They need anything.
Jesus.
DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, y'all are decent players. Don't get me wrong, for sure. And I don't think Jaylen Brown that much better than y'all, but I'm favoring that situation better than their current situation. I think Jaylen Brown is a better player. He has more aggression. He's better on both sides of the ball. I mean, he's better. I can't say in the clutch because DeMar DeRozan was an all-time clutch player. So I can't say that. But I don't like Sacramento whatsoever. So I would say the Kings. The Kings trade destination for Jaylen Brown, I think that'll be a great situation for him. If Brooklyn don't get Devin Booker, I think that's another great scenario for Jaylen Brown to kind of establish himself on why he deserved that $300 million contract. Even though I'm not the highest on Jaylen Brown whatsoever, don't get me wrong. But and another team, the Memphis Grizzlies. I think Memphis.
That was mine.
Sure, you can still say them too, but I think obviously Memphis, they're missing that like
That'd be
co-star in a sense that can elevate that team. And what better way than adding a guy in Jaylen Brown, two-way ability, able to put the ball in the basket, but also be an elite level defender. I mean, it's a reason why he was Finals MVP. Despite the arguments between him and Tatum, I feel like Jaylen Brown is a championship level player put in the right situation. And what better way than put him to star that really needs that like peer, not peer, but
Some level of assistance.
yeah. And what better way than to pair John Morant with a guy like Jaylen Brown? So I think my top 3 teams would be the Memphis Grizzlies, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Sacramento Kings for Jaylen Brown.
I think the Kings make sense for sure because they don't have nothing. And truth be told, Memphis is my main one because I feel like that pairing, even with them making the trade for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and getting rid of Desmond Bane, I feel like they need some level of rejuvenation.
They need somebody, yeah.
Like, this isn't necessarily, it wouldn't necessarily be a rebuilding move for the Grizzlies. It would be essentially a retool. But as far as a third team, it's kind of hard to pick some destination because I feel like with Jaylen Brown, he would probably be in a situation best where it's not necessarily going. It's so tricky with him because he is a championship caliber player, but everybody in this room recognizes him as a 2.
Yeah, B
best
option.
case, yeah, a B option. So it's like what teams are essentially looking for.
Do you think it could be the Spurs?
No, God, no.
You don't think so?
No.
Man, that ain't even. Come on.
Nah, not
crazy.
Not San Antonio.
No, they could do it. Like, I'm not like.
It wouldn't be bad.
But number 2 pick tomorrow, Giannis potentially could be a piece. I promise you, nobody in their right mind. with you.
Okay. If Giannis potentially can be a piece.
No, I'm saying Jaylen Brown could realistically be a piece as well. But I'm
Yeah.
saying if I had the option, I promise you, I would not choose Jaylen Brown over Giannis in any day, any year.
Honestly, if it's gonna sound crazy, if I'm Philly, you gotta get rid of one of your big 3.
And you know who he's gonna be?
Who?
Tyrese.
That'd be crazy. I mean,
I don't
Guard for guard.
I don't want it to be, man.
Ooh, him
Like,
on the Celtics would be nice.
Ideally, you would want it to be, the worst performer, obviously.
You know Paul George not going nowhere.
Hell no. And then for as injury prone as Joel Embiid is, when he's healthy, he's one of the best players the league has to offer. It's literally just availability with him.
Yeah,
Like he's
that's
played,
true.
he's missed more games than he's played, and he's been in the league for over a decade.
Damn,
But when he's playing in half of those games,
he's a problem.
he's a fucking problem.
Right.
So it's like, so you got to cut bait with somebody. And for as great as Tyrese Maxey is, if I'm Philly, I got to get some level of rejuvenation. And who's to say that Jaylen Brown can't be that guy?
Me.
Me
Do
personally.
you think
Go ahead.
if Boston were to trade Jaylen Brown, do you think that would be them waving the white flag on their championship window?
Nah.
Yeah, like at least going into next year because I'm not high on Jaylen Brown, but I mean,
Yeah.
I can't essentially count out a Brad Stevens led organization.
Fact.
That's just
He
me
know what
personally.
he doing back there. So.
That's like me basically saying, yeah, Sam Presti, I don't know what the hell you're doing, so I'm gonna just go ahead and throw that in the towel. And you see what Sam Presti been doing, and he's especially when Danny Ainge was there, they were essentially the OKC Thunder of the East with how much capital and how much they was finessing teams and trades and the draft and everything of that nature.
Oh, you gonna get it to us?
You gonna throw in a cherry on top?
We gonna work with that.
I mean, shit. Look at what they did with Porzingis. For as injury prone as his ass is, he was a huge piece in helping them win a title.
Yeah.
Do you think he could fit in Brooklyn or Atlanta?
I see it more so Brooklyn. I ain't gonna lie. Atlanta is kind of like
A 1-2 punch with Trey would be kind of crazy, but
it would
not
be
that
nice, but nah. I think his chances would be better in Brooklyn for sure. I like that. That'd be a nice little squad for him.
He probably look at Brooklyn as like his best chance of showcasing that he is one of them ones.
Yeah.
Like
Who would you rather have in your squad, Jaylen Brown or Mikal Bridges?
Jaylen Brown.
JV for sure. He a 2-way. He can do both. He can score and play D.
for as predictable as his game is, he is more consistent. I gotta go JB.
For sure. I like that Memphis trade right there. That was nice. I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't thinking of that. That was nice. Him and John Morant would be crazy. That'd be a crazy 2-way plan. There's 2 guys that can get to the rack, 2 guys that can get a bucket, and they play pretty solid defense. That would be nice. And he'll help that team. He'll push that. He'll put the gas. They'll put that football on the gas. If they get Jaylen Brown, that'd be nice. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Especially with the absence of Desmond Bane. So that'd be pretty dope. Replace that guy Desmond Bane, and that'd be nice. I like that.
So for our next subject, we're gonna do overrated, underrated, or properly rated. I'm gonna name a player. You're gonna tell me where you would rate them among those 3 ratings. Our first name here is Jaylen Brown.
Properly rated.
Overrated.
I say properly rated. He's pretty good.
I gotta say probably overrated.
For our next name, LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo low-key underrated. I say that. LaMelo tough.
Overrated.
Oh.
He inefficient. He's just an inefficient. He's inefficient in a bad situation. He has all that leeway in a sense. And I love LaMelo for sure. I love LaMelo, but I mean, if you put him in a championship level situation, is he like? I don't know. I don't know if I had that same level of trust in him.
If you put him in the championship team,
I say he properly rated. Like he's a kid. He's the best kid on a team full of kids.
yeah,
Like he's gonna stand out.
young squad. You know what I'm saying? He be hooping.
Okay.
Next player, Draymond Green.
Properly rated.
Overrated.
I say properly rated. I mean,
Under.
we don't like not too many people like what they see from Draymond, but he has that energy, that leadership that he brings to that team, the Golden State Warriors.
I feel like he's overrated only because if you take him out of that system, then what value does he provide to every other team in the NBA?
But I'm telling you, underrated because I'm like, shoot, you take him out of that system, are they still having that same level of success without Draymond?
Yeah,
Of course
he plays
not.
a huge
Of course
factor
not.
into Golden State for sure.
Of course not.
And I feel like Draymond Green is a tremendously impactful player on a lot of championship level teams. And I mean, the Warriors obviously is the best because him and Curry had that chemistry. But I mean, his defense, his intangible, his leadership. I mean, he comes with a lot outside of scoring the basketball that makes him so valuable. He's got the versatility to guard 1 through 5. He's arguably one of the best. He's one of the best players to block somebody out of all time. And, obviously that's not, that don't seem like nothing, but I promise you.
That's important. Yeah.
It's extremely important. He does all the little things. So I'm like, Draymond, he has a bad rap because he does a lot of dirty stuff, of course, but I feel like he is a little underrated because he is a very impactful player to win it.
He is impactful. He is. I'm not going to say
respect
that.
that.
He is.
For our next name is Jimmy Butler.
God. He's properly rated.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
Overrated. I'm tripping.
I say properly rated. He where he supposed to be.
He's a playoff performer for sure. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, when you go into the regular season averaging 18, 19 a game, taking nights off, I mean, some nights he might shoot 5 shots. Some nights he might shoot 15 shots. Like, just the inconsistency in his game. I mean, he has playoff moments. He done took Miami to the finals. Like,
Twice.
Yeah, that's true.
he did that. Like, I'm not going to take that away from him, but it's 2025. We seen him against Minnesota when the team needed him most and he couldn't do nothing. Like, he's not what he used to be, unfortunately. He's still a good player, but as far as the contract that he got, and the moment he got traded to Golden State, I don't think he's nowhere near the level player that deserves that level of contract. So I would say a little overrated in my opinion.
I say properly rated.
Yeah.
Like for the lackluster performances he puts in the regular season, he more than makes up for it in the playoffs. At a certain point in time, that balances out, and he has the track record of doing that on multiple occasions. Back in Minnesota, Philly, Miami. Now he's even doing that with Golden State in a short time thus far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I say he's properly rated. I mean, we done seen Jimmy do it all, man. I mean, he done led Miami to the finals twice or whatever, man. He done done it. He done done it, bro. He done. Jimmy is like, he just has a bad rep. That's all. I feel like he has a bad rep sometimes because of like his attitude and stuff like that. But like, I'm not gonna take that away from him. I feel like he's a very good player, especially like defensively. He'll give you hell on defense. He can give you buckets on offense, man. Like, he's just a good player in my opinion. I feel like he just got a bad rep. So I feel like he's properly.
He doesn't do
rated.
nothing great, but everything that he does,
everything
is good.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he does everything right in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can go out there and guard your best guy. He can go out there and give you buckets too. You know what I'm saying? He'll do the dirty work too. So it's like,
And he's not afraid of the moment. Like, he's a jack of all trades type of guy.
for real, a Swiss Army knife. That's what they say in 2K. Swiss Army knife, the little build. So
For our next name, Tyler Hero.
I'm ready to see what y'all gonna say. Hey, I'm ready to see what y'all gonna
Share your
say.
name so we know what you're gonna say.
Fuck.
Overrated, man. I mean, the Cavs, man. The Cavs literally put him in the proper perspective, man. They had too much dip on their chip with, first off, an all-star game. Let's be serious. Like, it's Tyler Hero. Like, Tyler Hero is a great six, man. Don't get me wrong. He's a solid starter. But as far as, like, we putting him in these talks of, like, these young, like, up-and-coming, like, stars to, no. Hell no. Like, Tyler Hero is okay. Like, he's a B- level player.
So what is he rated right now? Like, or you put him as underrated? Overrated. So what are they rating him right now?
I don't know. Shoot, you tell me.
Yeah, he's a top. He's a top.
He was the All-Star this year. That's for sure. So
He's a top
I ain't
24
watched the
player
All-Star
in the league.
shoot with injury.
Okay. I'm gonna say properly rated. I like Tyler Hero's game. He's a pure scorer in my eyes. I mean, he can get you buckets. I done seen Tyler Hero give y'all. I think he gave y'all 40 one time. That was that's when y'all had KPJ. That's when y'all had
That was a
Porter
long
still.
time ago.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That was a while, but I
you like
seen
his game. We
he
talking about
nice.
2025.
2025.
Tyler Hero.
We ain't
talking
I feel
about
like
his
he
story.
properly rated. I mean, he don't do nothing too special, but
Tyler Hero's the All-Star in your book.
I'll say
he ain't an all-star in my book. No,
He made the All-Star team, so
He
you
not
basically
all-
saying
I'm
that's
saying-
where you put him. He's properly rated as an All-Star.
they put. I'm gonna put him as overrated. Damn, I say overrated because he's not an all-star in my eyes, but like the league sees something in him that we not seeing.
Yeah, a lot of people injured.
I see Tyler
That's true.
as overrated.
What?
Overrated.
I swear, I thought that was your guy. My bad. My bad. I didn't know that.
The day that Tyler Hero's my guy is the same day that Steve Jobs ain't invent Apple.
Bro, what?
Hey. Besides, the only reason I put him as overrated, not even including games, Amin Thompson done lowered that nigga rank.
Damn.
It sure did, shoot.
Box.
Slung his ass.
Box.
And for our last name, Bradley Beal.
Over fucking
Oh
rated.
my God, he's the most overrated.
The worst, man. Worst contract in NBA history.
What happened to him? He used to be so nice. What happened to him?
He is nice. His overs are hitting for me.
So that means he properly rated for you when it comes to prize
Bro,
picks. Bet
15 and a half for him, and he happy. He's just happy that he gets money.
Hell no.
mean,
I don't
yeah, you
know.
the money man.
Brad was tough, bro. Now he's just like,
Mid. Extremely
yes, like
want to make it to the league?
it's
me.
it's disappointing.
fucking guard me.
It's disappointing. Oh my God. But yeah, I say he's overrated for sure.
And with that being said, man, that's the conclusion of Check the Stats podcast, man. If you made it to the end, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. NBA draft coming up tomorrow, so we'll see where Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, and the rest of these amazing prospects go, man. As usual, man, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow my boy Versi, Mari, Big Jess in the back, and me on all our personal pages, man. We going up. Summer is here. I know y'all boys sitting in the house. There's a lot of content that y'all missing out on, man. Check the Stats. We're the place for you. First, without further ado, let's take us home.
Hey man, I know y'all viewers at home see something a little bit different compared to all these other videos. You know what that is? Let me just be honest with you. It's upgrades. It's improvements. It's getting better. And that's all life is all about. In CDS, we are showing that standard because we're constantly improving. We're constantly getting better. We're constantly elevating. And we're constantly doing it in front of all these people looking for facts. And for those that are forever looking for these facts, be like us and check them damn stats.
One thing you need.
So, injury. Oh, shit.
We doing it in front of all these people, boss. We doing it for all these people.
Get more excited, baby. Chill.
Fuck.